Hey everybody, how we doing today? Rough day for me. We're gonna go out for some water therapy. I'm gonna finally show you this spot where it's at. Oh, it's been rough. Screwed up that prop. Well, I just wasted 2 hours of fishing time and $100. I had some fishing line that got wrapped up in here. I wanted to get it out. But this old prop, well, it's destroyed now. I had to go nuclear on it. The insides are all worn out, so there's no sharp edges left on it to shear the pin when necessary. So the shear pin just wraps around the prop shaft there, and it just locks this onto it. So tried pounding it off with a hammer, didn't work. Finally ended up having to go to the trailer, locking the lower unit down on the trailer, and then using my winch attached to the prop, putting about as much pressure as I could, and then finally I had to go crazy and whack on it, and that's what broke these ears off, and then finally it popped off. So 2 hours of great fishing time and $120. Then I was coming out here, made the right turn on US 1, and I had forgot to strap down my kayak and the outrigger that runs along the side of it on top of the car. Made that right turn, that outrigger flew off right onto US 1. Thankfully there was nobody coming, so I had to run back, get it, strap that down. But we're back out here, so I'm going to show you this nice little spot that I reserved for days like this. It's already 3:30, so I kind of blew the day. Going out to any of the far spots, I just wouldn't have enough time. This is close, it's fun, it's interesting for me, even if I'm not going to fish a lot, but just to get away from everything. So let me show you. The spot I'm going to take you on the top spot map is right here, this caterpillar looking thing. It's waypoint number 46, and that's the easiest way to find it. The Little Duck Key boat launch is right there where we launched from, and then that's Little Money Key, which is right there in front of us. One of the main reasons why I like this spot, and it's also a good reason why I would recommend it, especially for the paddle kayakers, is that it's basically 1.5 miles away. And the other key thing is that it has an actual marker signifying where it's at, or roughly where it's at. Most of the time when you are looking out in the ocean for spots, you don't see anything. It's just the ocean. So you don't know how far you are, how far you got to go. This way you can actually see a marker and you know how far it is to get there. It'll alleviate your issues if you think you're gonna get lost or whatnot. But basically that spot is 1.5 miles away. The easiest way to find it is when you launch from the boat ramp. If you look straight out, okay, you're gonna see a marker right there. It's just pointed up, telephone pole looking marker, and that's a green marker, okay? And that marks the Intercoastal Highway. But if you come over here, paddle out to Little Money Key, okay, and then you look almost straight out from there, you're gonna see another marker over there, and it's got the red sign on it. And that's basically the eastern edge of the point where we're going towards. You can see there's a little crab marker about halfway there. Out in the distance there, you can see the red sign. So you know as you're paddling how much more you have to go, and that makes it a little bit easier on you psychologically. Plus you don't have to worry about getting off course and whatnot. So you'll see a marker straight out from the boat ramp, and then to the right of it, that's the next marker, and that's to the easternmost point of that little island stretch we're looking for. So if I wanted to navigate out there, basically I would launch from the boat launch, come across here to Little Money Key there, and then you'll look straight out to the north and you'll see the sign or marker, and then you can just go straight out to there. All right, we've made it to the marker. It's number 26 here. Once you reach here, you're almost there. You can look a little bit to the northwest, and you can see the outline of that dark brownish. That's our target area there. You can see the boat launch there, the Little Money Island Key there. So not too far, direct eye of sight, so you can't get lost either way. Do have to be careful because the winds, you're out here exposed, but not very far. So we're just gonna head over a little bit and get on our little flats area. Okay, we're on the eastern outer side where it gets a little deeper, and then you can see where it gets real shallow here. and then S is on its way going west. So that's kind of what we're gonna get up on top here. And now we're on top. It's a little bit less than a foot deep. So we'll paddle around here. Okay, it's right at 4 o'clock. Low tide's around 6:30, so it's still dropping considerably. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run this whole flats where it's really skinny water like this on the kayak. It's basically about 1/3 of a mile from the east end following the S to the west end, and then even after that it still has some broken bottom for another couple of 100 yards. So I'm ready to just do some drifting, got the motor up. So we'll just use the paddle push pole and just follow on the top, see what we see, and then I'm gonna come back within about an hour, and it should get really low, and then we'll do a little bit of wading. I do see the flats guides work in this area a lot, especially this east side, but you can see it's kind of really an extraordinary little spot, specifically around this whole area. It's the only one. As you get by Marathon, by the 7 Mile Bridge over there, you'll see more of these out there, and then I also see them out farther past the islands into the Gulf. You'll see these upcroppings as well, but this one's very unique that it's in fairly close to the bridge and shore, so kind of a neat little thing close by. That's why I like it so much. You always want to take a look at these little potholes. You can see it's real flat, and then there's a darker dip right there. Stuff always likes to sit in there and wait for food to come over the top. Even permit like those a lot. Yeah, right there, there's a cuda. Oh, I spooked him out of there. Dang it. Sitting in that kind of cut mark where the boat props hit it. I spooked him out. See this kind of deeper trench right here. So it pulls more current right through this kind of, you can see how it's lightened up there, and it just rips right through the middle here. Turtle, turtle, sleeping turtle. I'm also looking for migrating big tarpon, because you can kind of see how this little flats right here creates kind of a blockade for them. So if they're making the run down from the Gulf side, heading over there to Bahia Honda, they could run along into this and then can't get through it, so they'll just follow along the edge of it. Turtle. So I'll just keep an eye out on this side as well for big shadows drifting across. Something just got eaten right there. There's a lot of eagle rays around, but that wasn't one. That was probably more of a shark or a cuda. Turtle! I pushed out here to a little deeper water, but you can kind of see that shallow line. Very distinct there. It's really cool, and it just ends right there, so that's as far as I'm going. And this is kind of like the west end of the main skinny part, but it still kind of works around there, just a little bit deeper with broken bottom. And this is a really nice wide open flat spot where you could just basically anchor up in the center and just kind of scan for any movement. But this is definitely kind of the end there. You can see how it breaks apart. All right, we ran it back. I'm gonna anchor up on the flats here, do a little wade fishing. Tide's still dropping, so still got time, but get off the kayak is good. And you can kind of see in this cut here, it's packed full of little minnows there. Even they're using this kind of eddy to just kind of hang out in the current, grab any of that little plankton and stuff kind of blowing through here. Whoa, there's a biggie. And then attack their food here, so that's why these potholes are so important to look for. Looks like there's a little deeper pocket right there, so launch a couple of casts over here, see if there's anything around. we go. Whoa! Oh no! That was my big cuda. Dang it! And it snagged me up. Golly. Dang it, dang it. I knew there was something good in there. What happened? Might have had the drag it too tight. Didn't set the hook good enough. Golly. That was one we wanted right off the bat. Grrr. All right, I'm gonna do another drift. The wind is blowing from my back, so that's why I keep doing the same route, but I'm just gonna stop at different points that I see and then throw a few tubes at them and then float down a little farther and just keep working it that way as I'm waiting for this tide to drop, and then just keep looking for any movement on the actual flats. All right, we move down a bit. I'll work this kind of little section right here. It's got a little bit of different water current. Switched over to the 12-pound Esky so I can get a little bit better hook set on any of these bigger ones that might be around. Oh, hit it. Just missed it. The heck. There we go. That time we got him. Got you that time. Just a little cooters. Little cooters. Whoa! I was wondering why I haven't really seen much, but the last couple of days have been really blown out, and the whole 7 mile was just dusted out from all the winds. I haven't seen it so chalky in ever. So I might have flushed a lot of these fish out of here since they can't see. This guy's here. Alright, got you in the gill plate. I just want to let you go. There he goes. All right, got something. I want that big boy that I lost earlier. Shouldn't have used the light rod. There's a brown blob, nurse shark. I see you. Just hanging out. Look at that dude trying to make it through the flats. It's too skinny for ya. That is a nurse shark. All right, I think I'm gonna head on in. The wind never actually dropped. Still got about another hour before low tide. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you my little slice of flats paradise, kind of hidden out of the way here, but yet it's still only a mile and a half from the launch, so easy accessible for kayakers, paddle boarders. I would look for 5 knots or under in the wind, and then an hour or two before low tide, and then an hour or two after low tide, and that'll get you this real skinny water up here so you can kind of hop off, wait around, see what's around. I'm definitely going to come back out here more towards the summertime. We get the calmer winds, a little bit warmer water, and then start targeting the bonefish permit on this flats, waiting, use my fly rod. Like I said, you have basically 1/3 of a mile of flats to kind of just wander around. But even if you're not into fishing, it's a great little spot to kind of come out here. US 1 has nice flats and stuff, but then most of the access is public areas, so you get a lot of tourists there, then all the boats and jet skis along there, and then you always have US 1 traffic noise, so it's not really the most peaceful. But you come out here, it's really quiet, nobody out here, you can kind of chill out. Even if you're not fishing, bring your ice chest, a lawn chair, and just kind of hang out. Lots of little shells and plant life and little species to look for. Lots of little juvenile sharks and bonnet heads, nurse sharks, the non-biters, so cool to kind of take a look at stuff. But yeah, just a really cool area here, just kind of wanted to show you guys. But anyways, I think I'm gonna head in, so thanks for watching, and I will see you next video. Bye.